Big meals and family gatherings for the holidays can bring unexpected situations that can turn awkward if you're not on top of your game. Well, Emily Post-trained etiquette expert Courtney Fadler is here with tips to masterfully handle anything thrown your way without losing your cool or unintentionally offending anyone, because that's the last thing we want to do at holiday get-togethers,
exactly.
right? Unintentionally offending somebody. I might intentionally do it,
yes.
but that's aside the point.
Yeah, intentionally start controversy. Yeah.
Let's get to the first part, because I'm already in over my head about trying to set the table right. I don't want to offend anybody by not putting the salad fork in the right spot.
I mean, truly, right?
So, but this is part of etiquette training, right? We want to have the table set the right way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is one of those things. Obviously, this is the fun side of etiquette, and it's nothing anybody should stress about. But what's great is you feel more confident, and you can set a beautiful table, and know exactly if you're going to somebody else's home. You know, you want to know when you sit down, and you see all these utensils and glasses. Where do I begin?
What am I supposed to use? So, So how I learned is you want to work from the outside in. Is that right?
That's exactly right. So anytime you see all those utensils set up in front of you, you can know that if you're reaching for the inside first, you're probably not going the right direction. So you always work out to in.
So let's start here. So we have like 3 different forks. So is that your salad fork? Is the smaller one?
Yes.
And your dinner fork is the larger one?
Excellent.
So your salad fork, you want to go to the left, and your dinner fork to the right?
Man, how'd you know that?
I used to work for a catering operation in college.
Okay, all right, perfect.
But that's about all I can remember, though, because then I know you have 2 knives. You have a steak knife and a regular knife?
That's
is that what
right.
it is?
Yeah, those are looking a little similar, but that's exactly right. Your main entree knife and your salad knife, actually.
Okay. Your salad knife.
Yes. Because you've got your salad or your appetizer fork.
So we want
your
salad knife out first, then your steak knife.
And it goes on the right, exactly like you've done. Yes.
And then your spoon wants to go over there too, right?
Yes, your spoon wants to go on the outside.
Outside, that's right.
That's right, because the soup course might typically be your first course. And
okay.
So you would start with that spoon over here. Exactly.
And now we're starting to get a little bit confusing as to where my knowledge is starting to get a little hazy because I did some other things in college, but that's another story. Is this a butter knife?
So technically, it's a butter spreader, because guess what? We never actually cut our roll.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So anytime you have a piece of bread, you're always going to use your hands to break it and use your butter spreader to spread the butter.
We want to break bread with our friends and then use our butter spreader to spread it. So is this going to go on top over here?
So first,
maybe we just like wedge it underneath somewhere?
That's right. So first you have to find your bread plate. Any guesses which one that is?
I'm going to guess it's the top one.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes. So do you know where that one goes?
Oh, it doesn't just stack there on top of all the other ones? Okay, well, that probably goes over here or something. I'm going to guess maybe it goes over to the top right.
Okay.
Is that right?
Close.
Okay.
Close. So it's actually going to go over here to the top left. And do you want to know what? Here's a really quick tip on how to know that. You make the OK sign, just like this. Okay. And if you look at that, that looks like a lowercase b in your left hand.
B for bread.
B for bread.
All
and
right.
D for drink. So then you know your drinks go on the right and your bread goes on the left.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
So let's go ahead and reorganize, and we'll go over some of these glasses here in just a second, too. I just want to make sure I'm leaving plenty of room for my bread plate. All
That's
right. There we go. And then so the knife go on the plate or over to the left?
It can go right on the plate. Yep, just like that.
Oh, I mean the butter spreader.
The butter
Excuse me, that is not a butter knife.
And
this would be, the smaller utensils here would then be, are these dessert utensils?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they would go on top here, right?
Yeah. But little tip, there's actually a way to place them, if I may help.
That's why you're the professional.
You actually lay with the handle to the left with the fork, because then, and the spoon goes opposite, because then at the end of the meal, when everything is done, you actually just slide these down into place, just like that, like the forks would be in the spoons. Yeah. So
and is there any additional setup that we should know for like the plate, the charger, and then the dinner plate?
Right, and the charger is just accessory, you know, and so that's your salad plate and that's your main entree. So once you finish the salad, that would go away, obviously. The other thing that we forgot to place.
Oh, our napkin.
The most important thing is our napkin. Yeah, and the napkin can really go anywhere. It can go in the middle of the place. Just remember that anytime you leave the table at any point to excuse yourself for a moment or whether you're done, the napkin always goes to the left of the plate.
Okay.
And then I love the little saying on this napkin, because
here. If you can't see that real quick, it says, put your napkin in your lap. Come on, folks.
Because that's the first thing you're going to do when you sit down at the table. So it's a quick reminder. Perfect. Put that down.
Now let's do our glasses next. So we have our wine glass, we have our champagne flute, and then what's the proper name for this glass here?
Because these are all the important accessories for
Obviously,
yes.
You don't want to offend anybody, you're going to need a lot of this.
So we know the drinks go to the right.
Okay.
So the water glass goes closest. That's always going to stay there.
It's the water glass, of course.
Water glass, that's right. And then you work out. It would be out to in almost the same way. So let's say you might start with your champagne toast. So that champagne glass would be outer, and then you might have a white wine, or you might have a red wine, or you might have both.
Both.
And so
oh
it
my
would
goodness.
just go just like this, work your way in.
See,
right?
for a
And
guy
those
like
are-
me, there's so many opportunities for just like disaster here. I would hit the champagne flute and it would just be like dominoes right over onto my salad plate.
No, no, you got it.
And then you want to talk a little bit about name cards. We only have a few seconds left here, but I know a lot of people like to put people's names out on and designated seating and
So I'm a super big fan of the place card, and here's why. Because number one, it helps you then able to sort of control the conversational flow of the table in a way. And if there's new people that you've invited, it makes them feel comfortable. No one's searching for where to sit. Everybody has this place card. Move these out of the way. Everybody has that place card right there that's like, okay, I get to sit here. I also know that, you know, the minute that we've sat down, our host has started the food, I know that everything is going to pass to the right.
Yes.
So that everybody's going to get, you know, whoever's waiting for those mashed potatoes to come is going to go to the right.
So you know that cousin Bob is a big fan of the mashed potatoes, so you want to sit him over here, but also you don't want to sit the new guy next to the crazy uncle who's over here.
Exactly.
So,
yep.
Not my uncles aren't crazy, just putting that out there. All right, Courtney, thank you very much for being here and for refreshing my my knowledge on setting tables. So I'm looking forward to do this for the holidays. Thank you very much, and happy holidays to you.